What's up guys, Alex here again, and today I have another movie review for you. Yesterday I got to attend a advanced screening for Hobbs Shaw. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs Shaw yesterday at here in Tampa, and today I'm going to go over what I thought about it. Director David Leitch brings us Hobbs Shaw. Ever since hulking lawman Hobbs, Dwayne Johnson, a loyal agent of America's diplomatic security service, and lawless outcast Shaw, Jason Statham, a former British military elite operative, first faced off in 2015's Furious 7, the duo have swapped smack talk and body blows as they've tried to take down each other. But when cyber-genetically enhanced anarchist Brixton, Idris Elba, gains control of an insidious bio-threat that could alter humanity forever, and best the brilliant and fearless rogue MI6 agent, the Crown's Vanessa Kirby, who just happens to be Shaw's sister, these two sworn enemies will have to partner up to bring down the only guy who might be badder than themselves. So as with all the other Fast and the Furious movies, it's just over-the-top, unrealistic stunts. It's like as if they say, how can we top the stunts from the previous movie? And with that, it's a super fun, action-packed movie. It's got two hilarious cameos that you'll never expect. And I will post up a little mild spoiler at the very end of this video and kind of go over those spoilers. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. If you want to know who they are and you don't care about the surprise for that. So don't worry, there'll be plenty of warning before I go into that. The chemistry between Hobbs and Shaw is great. I love their banter back and forth throughout the movie. It's very entertaining. It's very funny. While it is packed with a ton of nonstop action, I felt as if the movie has no substance at all. But besides the first one and the Fast and Furious 7, I never really thought any of them had any sort of substance anyways. It was just mainly a popcorn flick where you go in and just want to see a bunch of explosions and unrealistic stunts. This movie introduces a few new characters such as Idris Elba's villainous character Brixton and Vanessa Kirby's Hattie Shaw, which is Deckard Shaw's sister. Even though this movie is a spin-off for Fast and the Furious, I feel as if I was not watching a Fast and Furious movie, besides sharing the same characters from previous movies. It's almost getting into the superhero realm with, Brixton's superhero strength and ability to detect anything coming his way from the technology that's instilled in him. And he even goes as far as calling himself the Black Superman. I will say his motorcycle is pretty cool, and it's almost like a transformer. I thought they had some pretty cool sequences with that. This movie has a lot of other references to other movies. I mean, even going back as far as like The Italian Job, you'll know what I mean. And so it's just little cool things like that I did admire in the movie and caught on to. I was like, hey, yeah, that was pretty cool. There's a lot of that in there, and of course, you got Dwayne Johnson making fun of, like, mocking his, The Rock stuff that he did back in the day with the eyebrow and stuff like that. So I enjoy those little things. I don't know if anybody else does, but I like those little things added into these fun movies. I will say no one from any of the previous movies are in this movie. So if you're expecting Vin Diesel to pop up or anyone like that, no, it's not happening. So don't get your hopes up for that. There's a lot of this movie that definitely could have been trimmed down. For instance, no spoilers here, there's a scene where Hobbs and Shaw they're getting shocked, and the humor almost becomes forced because it's so drawn out. The scene could have been cut in half and it would have done justice to what he was trying to do. As I said before, some of the stunts in these movies just keep getting more and more ridiculous. I caught myself laughing at a few of them, and as I'm sure you've seen in the trailer, there's the scene where Hobbs is on the back of the tow truck with Shaw driving, and he has the chain, he's whipping it around, and then he throws it over and catches the wing of the helicopter, and it starts dragging the helicopter. Well, that scene just gets even crazier that you don't see the rest of it in the trailer, but in the movie it just gets wild. It's fun. Like I said, it's action packed. That's what you go to these movies for. It's a summer action hero movie. And if you go into the movie with the mindset of, hey, of course this is unrealistic, this is going to be ridiculous, you're going to enjoy it. It's not a terrible movie by any means, but it's just your typical summer action movie. And tons of explosions, tons of action, tons of fighting, A lot of language, so if you're taking your younger ones, kind of be aware of that. There's a lot of language in this movie. This movie is obviously very predictable. You can see everything coming from a mile away. Did any of the unrealistic stunts, the overdramatic fighting, and all that make it a terrible movie for me? No. I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it for it being a action hero movie. Your summer blockbuster popcorn flick. If you go into the movie with the mindset that this is an action hero movie and you know it's going to be unrealistic, just like all the other previous movies, you're going to enjoy it. It's fun. Like I said, some of it is a little dragged out, but it's okay. It didn't make it a terrible movie for me. I had a lot of fun. It's not a masterpiece by any means. Like I said, some of these movies, they're not trying to win an Oscar or anything like that. Just go into the movie and have fun. Enjoy it for what it is. Not every movie has to be a masterpiece. It's, I feel like some people out there think that all these movies need to be Oscar nominated, and if it's not, then it's just a terrible movie. No, go out there, have fun. I do think this is a movie theater worthy movie because this movie is made to be seen on the big screen. With all the fight scenes, the chase scenes, the explosions, and over-the-top stunts, you have to see it on the big screen, otherwise you're not going to enjoy it as much. Overall, I give this a thumbs up. It's a good summer popcorn flick with tons of action and laughs. Go in wanting to see a fun movie with an unrealistic mindset, and you'll enjoy it. Stay until the end of the credits. There are several credit scenes, and there's one at the very end of the credits. It's nothing too big. It doesn't really... I don't think it's going to play into the next Fast and Furious movie, Fast 9. It could, but I think this is going to keep spinning off to do their own thing. It could go both ways, but definitely stay till the very end of the credits. Like I said, there's several credit scenes. Mild spoilers. Alright guys, if you're still here and you don't want any sort of spoilers, now is the time to leave. So for the cameos, they are random actors who have no ties to any of the previous movies, but have been in the director's past movies and Dwayne Johnson's movies. So for the first one, it's from David Leitch's previous movie, Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. He plays a CIA agent and Hobbs' ex-partner and best friend. He's got some funny scenes. He's just being Ryan Reynolds, playing his usual character, but it's pretty funny. I really enjoyed that part of the movie. It was a complete surprise. I had no clue he was going to be in it. Next, what other actor wouldn't make a Dwayne Johnson film better than Kevin Hart? Yes, of course Kevin Hart shows up, and that was another one I did not expect at all. I got a good laugh out of him. He plays the air marshal that's on the plane that Hobbs and Shaw are on. And all of a sudden he turns around from the seat because he hears Hobbs and Shaw about to break out and do a fight. And he just kind of calms them down, and then he tries to join them. They all go back and forth. It's absolutely hilarious. And then he shares another scene later on where he helps them out a little bit. It added a nice little surprise to it, and I wouldn't mind seeing them in the future movies. Another one that I didn't know about but apparently leaked was the voice of Keanu Reeves. Brixton, Idris Elba's character, reports to a computer, which is like his director. And Keanu Reeves, I didn't even pick it up in the movie until I saw it in the credits, but Keanu Reeves plays the voice of that computer. You never see Keanu Reeves physically, you just hear his voice. I don't know if he's going to be part of the next one. It was cool finding that out. I didn't realize that he was going to be in that either. Apparently that leaked before though. Well, that's it guys. Thanks for tuning in to my movie review for Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Remember, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay tuned for more videos of The Family and other movie reviews. Like I said, I attend all these advanced screenings and I try to do as many reviews as I can. And thanks again. Have a good one.